Is it time?
Quiet on the goddamn set. Whoops. I'm going to do that again. I think.
Steven sucks.
Hold on.
Have you ever done this before, sir?
Hold on. We have an intro. Just give me a second. Here it comes.
Steven sucks.
Steven. Yeah, that was a good fail.
It's apparently just a fucking fail stream tonight.
Yeah.
I don't even have the right scene transition pulled up. Hey, nerds, and welcome to The Gutter. This is episode 31 of The Gutters podcast.
Y'all don't
Today,
get to see my butt.
we destroy Kingsman Golden Circle.
Oh.
My name is Steve-O.
To destroy it, we will.
Joining me today, to my left, on the right of your screen, is Corporate Cal.
Hello.
He streams on a platform called Twitch. On my right
Hi.
is Lauren.
How you doing?
She doesn't stream on any platform.
Because I fail at life.
You're not a failure. You just,
You're just
I'm behind on the
No,
times.
you're just on the struggle bus.
I know I'm on the struggle bus.
Hi, Lauren.
And
You
Hi, Chuck.
you come here often?
Chuck being a weirdo
Creepy Chuck.
Creepy.
is
Creepy Krusty.
I'm calling him Krusty Chuck.
Creepy Krusty.
Krusty Chuck at the end of the couch. Weird.
I'm sorry, what? Oh yeah, hi everybody.
We're doing a show, brother.
We are?
Yeah.
What with a fucked up intro? I wasn't sure anymore.
Yeah. Apparently. Oh my God. It's going to be one of those days.
We are off to a rollicking good start.
And fitting for this for what we're talking about today. Oh my God, guys.
Let's start this whole thing over.
Today, no, going.
Can you
I'm
get
gonna
it together?
I'm trying. I wonder
Here,
why
How
my
many-
mouse
Steven.
is not
How many
coming.
times
'Cause it's not
have you
your
done
shitty-ass
this?
That I need
trackpad,
it to
that's
do.
why.
How many times have you done this?
So we did. So this is actually
Need the-
total, including all the AC podcasts and stuff. 305.
And you're having this
305th
much.
time I've recorded a podcast somewhere around there.
And you're having.
Yes, I'm having a bit of a time.
Now, to be fair, most of the issues that are happening are as a result of our new format.
I'd say mental discomfort.
It's just
It's quicksand. It's quicksand. One
it
thing
in.
went wrong, and then a whole bunch of shit just kind of cascaded in.
I get, and I thought it's fine. It's fine. Guys, today's episode is brought to you by
Oh
Miley
no.
Cyrus impressions. Relive 2013 anytime with a Miley Cyrus impression.
That
Can I defend myself?
no, absolutely not. We never defended ourselves unless we were directly asked by the accuser.
No.
I just look good all the time, so.
So-
You know what? If you're going to defend
Hold
yourself,
on. No.
you need to defend
it's
yourself.
not really a defense.
You need to defend
really not really.
You need to
It's not
defend
really a defense.
having your arms and the camera caught in the reflection of your
Yeah,
glasses.
those are some shiny ass glasses.
Thanks.
what
I
is-
think
what
that
is
was
your- what were you doing?
2014.
Well, I checked. I looked up when
when was that?
Wrecking Ball came out, and that was in 2013. So that's
No. But like, when was the picture taken?
Oh, your picture taken?
Yeah.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if it was 2014, then Miley Cyrus was still a thing. But
She's still a thing in my heart.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, you can't get
I'm
Miley
with-
Cyrus
I'm with
out of
Calvin.
Cal's heart.
Hey,
with Calvin
that's
on
right.
it. I'm with
Right,
Calvin
She's my
on it.
boo.
She came at you like a wrecking ball.
I'd come at her like a wrecking ball.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that because we're talking about awful shit today.
And bad taste in your mouth. Just twice in a row.
Guys, before we get to what you've been playing, I want to say a happy 10th birthday to Halo 3. Holy shit. Real quick before we get into what you've been playing and then on to the movie review, who has played Halo 3? Okay, so we played Halo 3.
Out.
They've been...
There's
Hold on.
Out.
Sit down.
There's the door.
Sit down. Get you some learning.
Well, apparently tonight's everybody against Lauren Knight. So it's
No.
It's fine.
It's probably going to be
against the
against
podcast tonight.
It's going to be a fucking free-for-all in about 10 minutes. I
Oh
can
my
tell you
god,
that.
yes.
Who has fond memories of Halo 3, first of all? Cal, tell me a Halo 3 story. Who did you used to play with?
I used to play with a lot of people.
Yep.
I used to play with you.
Yep.
I used to play with my friend Hans. I used to play with Cameron. I used to play with.
Did you have like a set group of people?
Oh
that you played with all the
yeah.
time?
Oh yeah. played all the time, and we used to have still LAN parties, but also Halo 3 was online, too.
Yes, yeah.
So, when Halo 3 was online.
The first one on 360.
I was up till wee hours in the morning. I played with my roommate in college. Like, it was amazing.
Game Guy says Halo 3 custom games OP, and yeah, you could make a lot of kick-ass custom games in Halo 3.
Oh, yeah.
Did they have Forge in Halo 3, or was that with Reach?
No, they did.
Forge.
That was because my memory was when you and maybe a few
SWAT.
other people.
SWAT, yeah.
Tasty.
Yo,
Sorry.
you
Sorry,
made a custom map that was all slant.
That was in Reach.
That's in Reach.
In
That was
in
Reach,
Reach?
we
Yeah.
made the slide.
You couldn't
Yeah.
do that in 3.
I thought they had the Forge in 3.
Nope.
Well, either way, there may
That
have
was still
been
a
a
badass
very
map.
light Forge in 3, but they had a big Forge in Reach for sure. But I remember I have a specific memory of Halo 3 where we were doing a LAN at the house off of Hewlin.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Wilch and Mose and some friends of ours basically, and my friend Mark.
I think I know this story is.
My friend Mark is real shitty at video
I know where
games.
this one's going.
He's shitty at video games, and so they were like, fucking like Wilch, and they were like, we don't want him on our team. And we were doing like I think 8-on-8 or 4-on-4 or something, and or maybe we're doing 3 teams. I don't remember exactly what the
The whole house had
situation
a
was.
bunch of nerds in it.
But we had a bunch of nerds there, and so I had Mark on my team, and we were fucking acing him. I don't know where he pulled his energy from because he wasn't much of a gamer, and
was
especially a
hatred.
first-person shooter.
It was hatred.
Oh, it gets better. It gets better.
But
Well,
we're
it's Mark,
We're
right?
getting
Yeah.
it came out pure luck, where it's not just we're winning, but we're fucking smacking them. And I know one of our friends up and leaves, like
Probably will
like
shut.
goes shuts off his system.
Probably Mike.
I don't remember what happened after that. I don't remember if words were said, but I do remember that there were that losing team was pissed as fuck. Were you there for that?
I don't remember.
You were there for that, I think.
I don't have
was it
much
Ben
recollection.
Chung and all them?
I don't have much recollection of the
I
Duke.
don't remember. Yeah. Right. Okay.
My clearest recollection of the dupe was, again, Mark. We were playing Rock Band, and he fell asleep in the middle of the song.
That's hilarious. Man. Yeah, that was a fun game. But happy 10th birthday, Halo 3. Lauren, I am expecting that you will be playing some Halo 3, because what I would like to do is do some 4-player split screen through the Halo games, which will end at 5. Do you know why? Because 5 doesn't split screen. But I think it'd be fun for the 4 of us to play some 4-player co-op.
Do you want to say that again with a little less anger in your voice?
5 doesn't
Sure.
have split screen.
Thank you, translator.
No, it's
Bungie. Fuck you.
I mean, I disagree.
Oh, actually, wait. 5 wasn't Bungie. Sorry.
That's
Bungie. I take it back. I take it back.
Activision.
Oh, no.
no,
Remember, Bungie also made the first Destiny.
No. Well, yeah. I might have. Well.
That's a different
I'm not
stream.
going to get
That's
into that.
a different
That's a different stream
podcast.
for a different time. But it wasn't. It was 343. 343 and
343.
5. And so fuck you, 343.
When those graphics though get as intense as they do, they can't process in that dual screen. That's why it goes back to the single screen.
2 questions.
Just
On,
saying.
is it on 360?
Yes.
Peter doesn't have it.
It's like probably $10 somewhere.
I don't want to buy a game. I probably
Just
don't
we'll just play it here. We'll just play it here.
Okay,
we'll do
fine.
4-player Halo 3
That's
here.
fine.
4-player co-op in Halo 3, 4-player co-op in 4 and ODST. I don't remember if it was in 2. I'm pretty sure it wasn't in 1. You had a 2-player co-op in 1. But Chuck, you haven't been through Halo games like through their stories, have you?
You've never played the Halo story?
No.
You can get with Lauren.
The fuck I can.
Gotta roll, man.
There's the door.
You guys don't want to go hang out in your Halo lists?
Yeah,
We play Rock Band.
that was a lot of my high school years.
Put it right there.
We're gonna-
right there.
we're
Don't
gonna
leave me
have-
hanging.
We're going to
Bam.
do a whole podcast where we have to determine if I keep my Rock Band shit or not. Because I haven't used it in years, but I don't know if I can bring
That
myself
would
to get rid
actually
of it.
be a really good stream.
I'm gonna.
That would
The
be
whole
a
stream is just you guys
yeah.
helping me figure out if we
No.
keep it or not.
I can tell
Us
you what to
playing.
do right now.
Rock
Playing
Band.
it?
Why not?
You seen Office Space?
Hello? All of us can
Office
sing.
Space, that
Some of
shit.
us not so well.
Yeah, well, I guess.
It is rendered useless.
All right, well, let me ask you guys what you've been playing. Cal, what you been playing, man?
League and PUBG. Literally.
The normal Cal.
the
The
standard.
rubber stamp answer every week.
So how's it going?
Going okay. I've only got a couple rounds of PUBG, but they've added a little bit better graphics.
Okay.
Just some small patches and updates. So
You played on Fog Map?
I've only played it once or twice. I haven't gotten it that often, which is depressing. But there was a teaser picture of putting a Volkswagen bus in the game. So that'd be really cool if
Troop transport. Troop transport.
So they might have a new Volkswagen bus in the game.
Can
That'd
you
be fucking
imagine
dope?
a fucking mystery machine looking bus rolling up, and then all of a sudden 6 heavily armed SWAT team members just pour out of this thing and wreck shop?
Like, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be exciting.
What you been playing, Chad?
Well, I mean, for those of you who have not been watching my stream, which I really wish you should, I need to get those numbers up. I am continuing to play Lords of the Fallen, and it is slow going, but it is going nonetheless. What I've been playing over the weekend, however, I have been a filthy casual. I've been playing a mobile game called Hades Star, and I cannot tell you why outer space business management is so fascinating me, but for some reason it tickles my nuts so right, and I'm just like, I can't stop playing it.
Lauren, what you been playing?
Yeah, it's...
I just all the
It gave you a good nut tickle. And what's it called?
Hades Star.
Okay. Resource management space, you said?
Not exactly resource management, but definitely time management.
Okay.
Because a lot of things happen over real time,
Gotcha.
and it's all very extended.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
What have you been playing, Lauren?
Bioshock Infinite.
You
Nice!
campaign, I take it?
Sure.
Like you're playing the story?
Yeah.
That's all there is in that game.
I was about to say,
Showing up how it is.
No, there's a DLC where it's like horde mode, basically.
Yeah.
is there?
But
I'm playing
it's
the story.
mainly story.
You're playing the story.
I'm
Okay.
playing the
Starts
story.
off.
Dragonfly says he can't stop playing it in
I can't.
reference to your game. That you're just insane about it. What about... I thought you had started Bioshock Infinite before. Had you not?
Okay, so I played with the idea of starting like 1 and 2, but I actually saw Peter play through it, so I was like, oh no. So we started Infinite. I saw him start it, and then he was like, oh, I finished.
Oh,
So I didn't see any of it.
Like a movie,
Yeah.
but you finished it
And he just finished it.
Come on, Peter.
And I was like, now I have to play it.
Good job,
No,
Peter.
good. No, I think you should play it.
No,
it's a
but-
very...
And I'm blasphemous because I like Infinite better. I feel
Than the
like
first one?
for me
No,
the
I
story
get
it.
the story's more rich for me. Like I feel like I want to play and I want to know what
That's not-
happens.
that's
Whereas
not
like the first and second one is like
When it comes to blasphemy, the closest thing you can have in the Bioshock series is liking the second one over the other two.
Then that would be certainly unusual in my...
Yeah,
It would be unusual.
Bioshock 2 is made actually for a different
You
company.
finished Infinite.
Yeah.
I played them all.
You know who made Bioshock 2?
Activision?
The same people who made Warframe.
Oh, so
Digital Extremes.
no wonder it's a shitty game.
Game Guy
Fuck
wants...
you.
Game Guy wants a shirt, and actually we're going to be going through shirt designs in the next... probably for 2018.
Honestly, I would totally be behind that.
He wants a shirt with a pair of cherries on the same stem, but instead of cherries, it's 2 of Chuck's face.
Yeah,
The same face, I imagine.
I would imagine.
And have the quote, I think, that tickles my nuts.
Just so.
Just-
Tickles
yeah,
my nuts
underneath
just
it.
so.
Yeah.
That would be very disturbing.
So you're enjoying Infinite.
yeah.
I imagine you are in love with Elizabeth's design.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Physically.
Because the game
she's very
has a lot of
Victorian.
visual Disney
Yes.
references in it. So
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
No.
Yes.
Does it really?
No.
Yeah.
it references Beauty and the Beast.
No, I know that. Like not okay.
Like visually references them.
Okay, yes, I see that. I thought you were saying like they quote it or something.
No,
I'm
no,
like,
no,
no,
no.
that doesn't happen.
No, no.
But no,
I disagree with
on
you.
the visual aspect, yes, I love
That's what I
her
thought.
design. I hate her as a character.
What, really? I love Elizabeth. How do you hate Elizabeth?
Because she leads you on. She
No.
never gives you her love.
No. I'm a woman, no. The best way I can describe it is because, like, I just got to the point where the Lutesses are like, she's not a Comstock. She's a science-generated thing. And so now I'm at the part where she's, as an old lady, she gives me the code to give to her past self, sends me back. I break her out of the lab, and he's like, I'll kill Comstock. Like, don't even worry about it. I'll kill
Booker
Comstock.
says I'm going to kill Comstock.
And so that's where I'm at, and I'm just like, I think she should do it. I don't think that she should let him do it, and I think the fact that she's so passive, and she's like, yeah, okay, you can do it for me. Like,
I think if...
What?
Yeah?
I don't remember any of this.
Okay, the other thing...
No. Game Guys got it right. These are some big-ass spoilers, yo.
Oh,
That's early in
My bad.
in the game.
my
I
bad.
don't remember any of this.
Like that's.
Did you
that's,
not finish it?
I think that's
Oh.
kind of sarcasm
One of
because
them
you've had
multi-
5 years to play
Yeah,
it. So
I
I don't
think
want
it-
to. I don't
think
wanna-
that
No,
was
no.
sarcasm.
I don't
Because
hear your shit.
I don't know if it was here, but we've, at least Peter and I have, because I haven't seen movies that are huge. Like, I've not seen E.T., I've not seen, up until recently, I hadn't seen The Goonies. So for me, things
Neither
were
of those
getting
movies have been
spoiled, but things were getting spoiled because they're cult classics, like The Craft.
Craft is good.
I didn't see it until this year.
That's some good shit.
So I mean, like, for me, things are getting spoiled even though they're like 10 years. And so after 10 years,
So
it's
you were
like,
okay, I finally got to like.
after
buckle down
10
and watch
years, it's like, it's not really a spoiler. You should have seen it by now.
it.
And
when
so
when you get through Infinite, maybe sometime in early 2018, we do a show of like BioShock retrospective or something. Sort of talk about the 3 games and what they represent and sort of the plot and stuff. Because when you get to the end of 3, if you don't want to throw yourself off a bridge,
I'm excited.
let me know. Oh, by the way, this is sort of just a side note, but it was so fucking funny, I have to tell you. We were watching football. Calvin and I are in a fantasy league, right? We were watching football on Sunday, and I played the wrong player. I made a decision,
And it was the
wrong one. And Calvin goes, "How the fuck did you not start this guy?" And I was like, "Well, he was using on the backup quarterback." And my brother goes, "He did have legitimate decisions to not play that player." And Cal goes, "Well, now you have legitimate decisions to throw yourself off a bridge." And
Wow.
it was like the perfect burn. It was shocking, and it just hit me, and I went, "Oh god damn! Like, well done! Like, let me shake your hand, you son of a bitch."
And to respond to Game Guy,
you
because
doing
you
that?
get the different abilities and stuff, the
vigor.
this is gonna sound so gross, but
Yeah.
like, I got the tentacle porn ability and I stopped playing it. The tentacle, no. The tentacle ability is actually so perfect when you're crowded. Because if you have like 3 snipers on you and you use the tentacle, it actually gets all 3 of them, brings them in towards you, and has them like bounded. So you can shoot them at close distances and they're all dead.
Look,
By the time it drops, they're all
I've
dead.
seen
Why don't you
Japanese cartoons. I know where that's going. All right.
It's a great ability.
You know what I'm fucking stoked for? I'm stoked you're playing BioShock Infinite. That's some good
Yes.
shit. That's
Okay.
awesome.
You should
Quick
play hard
question.
mode, not use vigors.
I love Vigors. Vigors is so but I'm playing medium.
Ooh, that's
which
you should-
which
you
is
should-
still kind of difficult for me since I haven't played the
Sure.
one or two. But okay, here's my question. So this is a simple question, but I don't know if it makes a difference. So when you pick between the cage or the bird, is it like an ending difference?
I don't know.
Okay, because Peter keeps saying there's a huge difference. There's a huge difference, and he's played it both times. And so he claims that it's
doesn't
like
change
See, the thing about Peter is he likes to tell people things in such a way as to get them interested, whether these things are truthful or not.
You're
is
saying
up
he's a
for the-
liar, is what you're saying.
He is a liar if it means that lying will get you to experience something further.
Give you
He's
an enhanced
manipulative.
experience.
That's
Yes.
called
That's a
manipulation.
Yes.
strange.
He is that he will manipulate you into playing things that you may not want
It's a
to play.
good manipulation. It's not a bad
Are you okay?
manipulation.
Yes. I'm just fiddling with the.
Okay, let's stop fiddling and let's get into topic. Kingsman 2.
I like
Kingsman,
it.
the Golden Circle. Let's
I've
before
also
we start
got a
unpacking,
weird-
let me get a quick sense. Lauren, had you
I've
seen?
not seen the first one.
Had you seen? You have not.
But the reason is everyone else has.
That's the reason you didn't watch it? That's
No,
like eight-
because
That's the worst answer
Wait,
I've
hear
ever heard in
me
my
out. God, you just like to talk over people.
Yes, he does. This is Calvin. How many
My-
times have you been on a show?
But my point is, I'm not doing it for the hipster. I'm doing it for the alternate discussion. Because though you two have seen it, did you like the first one? More than likely, yes. Did you like the second one? More than likely, no. Because one does not compare to two. So in my perspective, I have not seen the first one, which everyone was goo-goo over. And so for me, the second one was good because I had nothing to compare it to.
Right, so you also didn't understand what happened to some of the characters in the movie. You
Even
didn't
though
really
it
know
spoiled
It didn't
it
matter.
spoiled it in the
It
end.
didn't matter.
Like
There's no like fucking. It's not Game of Thrones. There's no fucking emotional arc that you need
Right,
to
at
like,
the same-
invest in or anything.
At
like
the
that.
same time, though, like, I mean, it just kind of, like, it takes away from some parts that could have been...
Okay, so a movie and a sequel, yes, you may be lacking in a full
Right.
experience and understanding.
I
by
thought
not
I
having seen
wasn't
it.
gonna
However-
get jokes. I thought I wasn't gonna
Right.
get the emotional attachment. But like, I'm assuming I still haven't seen the first one, but I'm assuming that a lot of the deaths that happened in the first one were the important ones were shown in the second
Yes.
one like they were.
Yes. So you hadn't seen the first one when you saw it. Have you seen it now?
No, she still hasn't.
Okay, you still haven't seen it. Okay. Being able to see a movie in a vacuum. So this is something that I lobby for as often as I can. And it's real fucking hard to do. Is to try to watch the movie in a vacuum, like you said. Don't compare it to the book. Don't compare it to the comic. Don't compare it to the first one. I know that is practically impossible, but to me, it's like I try to review a film in its standalone, in a raw dog kind of way.
No filter.
No filter. Yeah.
I was like, let's not
Just
use
no-
that
no
phrase
condom.
again.
No filter. Not raw dog.
What's up
No
with all
filter.
the ball jokes and the dick jokes?
Because we're talking
tonight?
about Kingsman.
Yeah.
So, you liked it. Had
I
not
did.
seen the first one.
Yes.
Uh,
I didn't
next,
expect to like it.
I'll go
either.
to Chuck. Chuck, have you seen the first one?
Oh yes.
What did you think about the first one?
I liked it.
Okay.
I liked it. It was fun.
How did you feel about the second one?
No.
All of it? No.
No. A vast majority of it. No.
Okay. And we'll delve in a minute.
Yes.
Cal, you see the first one?
I did.
How much do you like the first one?
I thoroughly enjoyed the first one.
Yeah.
The second one, I would say, if we're doing a 10 scale, the first one I'd probably give like an 8.5 to a 9. You know, it's not life-changing, but it was great. This one I'd probably give more like a 6.5.
Okay.
In retrospect of, the fighting was cool, the action was great, the story was subpar.
Okay. Shark is in our chat. She saw the first and second one. She saw with us. She did the parking lot review with us. Yeah. It was awesome to see Shark, even though I left her jacket here. Calvin, can you grab that jacket right there so I can like show hold it up to Shark and
The one with all the buttons on it?
yeah,
You need a Nerf gun now. You need to hold it at gunpoint.
like Shark here.
We have ransom.
We have your jacket. Send us
It doesn't fit anybody else.
Send us Ulfric's dick in a box, and we'll give you your jacket back.
That's right.
Here, go ahead and toss that back in to its safe place. It's in a safe place, Shark. It's a safe place.
It's on fire.
Game Guy asks, it had a lot of the first one had a lot of cursing for not much reason. Is the sequel the same?
It's even worse.
It's got
Okay,
it's got
it's
so
different.
much F word.
So there's
F words everywhere.
there's fewer F word. It's fewer. There's less cursing in the second one than in the first one. It was something that I noticed, that the dialogue was different, the way that they dialogued things. But everything else was so much more shoved over the edge, and not shoved over the edge in a good way. So my initial reaction was like, I really liked the first one. It subverted a lot of the Bondy tropes. So the point of the Kingsman was that the first film was, what if James Bond was like some punk ass kid, basically,
It was a what's it called, story? A
coming of age
story.
and basically someone transforms from like sort of street, like that street kid, to a proper English gentleman, spy, badass, and growing up. And so that arc made sense. The anal sex trophy at the end of the film is fucking stupid and ends up being indicative of the entire second film.
Yeah.
So that you took what is a great movie with like a really shitty like sexist joke at the end, and then you made an entire movie about that joke. And so that's where, like, my second was like, okay, so in the first film, they sort of build up to this beautiful action scene at the church, right? And that action scene, the first one, was fucking awesome.
Yep.
Good use of music, good use of camera, good use of choreography, just really, and compared to the rest of the film, it was very brutal. And the whole film being based on the comic book is over the top and exaggerated. Colors, heads popping and beautiful color explosions, stuff like that. But that specific action scene was unusually over the top, but fit with the tone of the film.
Yeah.
The second one, it starts off with over the top and crazy swoopy camera, and it never really. It seemed almost entirely pointless to me. Like, after having thought about it, I felt. You said good, and you came sort of down to 6.5. I was at sort of 6.5 and came back around to like, it's hard to swallow this one.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I actually absolutely agree with that. Just the first sequence, the first major action sequence. It was nice considering I'm here to see an action movie and great, but like, truly, I completely agree. It was over the top. And there's no reason it should have been that long for the build-up.
I want to jump to Caldane real quick. He says, wait, we aren't talking about artistic mistakes. Actually, we are. we are. And she also, Shark wants to mention the incorrect use of the word bollocks. He said it's the bollocks at the bar, and she says he should have said the dog's bollocks. So anyway, your point, Cal.
So with that first scene that you're talking about, I feel like it's more alluding to the first movie and showing, because there were some elaborate, really good action scenes in the first movie. Like, there's some great scenes, and so they're trying to start you off in an aspect, start you off in something to build upon. Well, they gave you that great action scene, but they did not continue to do it throughout the movie. In my opinion, they built you up for something in the beginning that they failed on in the end.
I sort of feel the opposite, which was you should have built up to, because some of those action scenes were really fucking good.
No, right.
In the snow. So let's talk about the positives then real quick. The things that I really liked about it were I thought the performances, except for the accents, were decent enough. They're playing like the guy who plays Merlin, fine. Harry, good. Eggsy, good. Here's some positives. The snow with the 6 shooters in the snow.
That was fucking stupid.
Oh, I love that.
That was fucking stupid.
Okay.
I had to ask. I kept asking myself.
What specifically are you referring to?
When
they're in the shack?
When Whiskey
When they're
goes
in
out
the
by
shack.
himself. And
That was over the top.
That was
okay.
fucking
That was over the top.
bad.
But
okay, I like that one. Why?
Why?
that?
Because I asked myself 4 fucking times, when is this guy going to reload the 12 bullets he's got? And right when I asked that 4th question, then the plot decided he needed to be out of ammo. Fuck that.
so you're saying
You know
used
what?
12 bullets and
Because
then he needed to reload?
No, because
Showed that?
No.
You're mad about it?
Well, because there's no way he has 2 revolvers, so that's 6 shots a gun.
He fired like 30 times.
There's over 30 different men, and I think they were all men, so I'm not being sexist.
You're right.
Over 30 men that he shoots, and the last guy,
98% men.
the 31st guy, it's like, oh shit, I'm out of bullets. Like,
okay, so I will give you.
I'll give him that.
I had a moment of like, but that's something that happens in movies so often that it didn't.
It didn't register to you?
No, it registered. It registered when it was happening, but it's not something that I just put a lot of stock in.
Have you seen The Matrix?
Yeah.
Deadpool.
I'm just saying, all the ammo that's
Sorry.
used and not reloading.
Deadpool.
I'm just saying.
The most.
I'm more pissed off by the fact that they threw their guns on the ground when they were done with them and pulled more.
But the
In-
most
in which
comic
In
book.
a lot of games.
Oh, just in movies?
Movies.
So, humor, action, comic book related, Deadpool. The first thing they do is, holy shit, I forgot my ammo gun in the taxi, and what do? I had
Deadpool.
12 bullets!
Deadpool was an amazing example of that.
12
And he made
bullets!
each
And
every last
he
one
made
of them
it count.
So let's say Caldane was being snarky, but let's say that
Caldane is actively, directly, and solely attempting to troll me.
Well, Caldane's point though,
Caldane, you're my spirit animal.
is that if they were consistently just going to sort of ignore ammo as a just like, guys, like for this film, you're just shooting at shit, your brain will just suspension of disbelief, whatever, like, fine, I'll buy that. But you don't, it's hard for me to swallow if you don't stick to one.
Change the rules in the middle of the game in order to fit your playing style.
And it seemed like that they not only changed it like in the middle of the movie, but like in the middle of a scene.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I was like, oh, I guess whatever crazy guns this guy has doesn't really need to reload, you know? Like in Mass Effect.
Like when he was doing the thing where he was shooting everybody and spinning the gun sideways like that, he fired 6 rounds just in that one trick.
So I tell you that I understand your point. I understand it as something that bothers you. The ammo thing isn't really like a big thing.
It's supposed to be an action-y film, and they're trying to give this vivid image of crazy action going on,
and they did a damn good job of that.
So they it's supposed to be misdirected in the action, not just think about he's shooting bullets.
How did you feel about the action scene at the end at the Fallout 4 game?
the Fallout 4 in the jungle.
Fallout
4 meets Jumanji.
Yeah. Those action scenes, yay or nay?
Yay.
Yay, good for that?
Yes.
Cool. Lauren?
Come back to me. I'm trying to think about what you're talking about.
I'll give it a half stack.
Your rating system. This feels like, Tom's like, left the film flaccid. Or he's like, full mast, red cedar.
His would be the most X-rated review system ever.
The action, and I understand your point again, and the action in the film I thought was pretty competent. It was pretty easy to follow.
Are we talking about the? I'm sorry. Are we talking
the final scene?
The build up to
basically the final battle after
the
combat.
Okay. All right. Yes.
battle.
Okay. Then. All right.
Fallout.
Did you like that?
I like the fact that it felt like they made the stuntmen the cameramen as well. Because those cameras are doing a really good job of like following the actors over as they do their bits.
I will say that the CG in the action scenes, for the most part, is okay. Like the crazy movement with the cameras and stuff is done with a lot of CG, and it generally I thought was fine.
And see, Chuck, if you want to nitpick about
we're
something,
nitpicking. That's what we're doing here.
The entire fucking purpose of this episode is nitpicking.
That's what we're doing.
So just shove it up your ass.
Can I say my statement?
Say your fucking piece.
Can I say mine first?
Go
Ladies
for it.
first.
Go, please.
I said this was going to be fiery before we even started.
I think the action was overdone, but I think acting-wise, they did really well because I felt like they were actually trying to put their emotion into what they were doing.
Okay.
So as actors, I think they did well, but the action scene I thought was overdone. Sorry.
In your piece.
Okay, if you want to nitpick Chuck about bullets, okay, well, that's something.
Are you going to bring up other movies?
No.
Please, by all means, bring up other movies in this conversation about one movie.
Chuck, can you let me finish before you interrupt me again?
How does
For
it
the
feel?
third time?
How does it feel being talked over? How does it feel being talked over?
Oh, it feels great.
Okay.
I can patiently wait.
Okay, come on.
By all means.
What you got?
That physically in the movie, in the last fight scene that we're talking about, being assaulted by a metal arm would have broken many ribs and left that man on the ground.
After you show him throwing a bowling ball through the wall on accident. Okay, I'll give you this.
That is something that would be artistically bothersome.
I will do. That was even the better version of the arm that he had ripped off when that car at the very beginning crashed.
The bullets didn't bother me. That bothered me.
Is that if he was punching him with that arm, Eggsy be dead?
Yes.
Well,
okay.
and he picks him up.
I will give you a viewer justification for that. But what's your thing?
Oh my fucking god!
The movie was in 24 frames per second, Game Guy, to answer your question.
So, with Calvin, I completely agree, because I also agree with Chuck. I think that they should count bullets. I think it should be appropriate. But however, I do agree with you, especially with the hand. He picks up Ergzy like 6 or 7 times and slams him on the ground. He should have been unconscious. He should have had at least 4 ribs. At least
got hit square in the head by a frying pan that was thrown at him at full force. He shouldn't have been getting up that quickly.
He got shot in the head, Chuck.
I know, and then but then there was the alpha gel.
Okay, They created a thing where bullet holes don't mean anything anymore.
I thought that was
They
shit,
kinda mean
but
something.
it's with the comics, so I just let it go.
So, but I will give you a viewer justification, and this is simply to be devil's advocate. I'm not actually trying to defend this film here, but they did know each other. I have a sense that there was a part of him that maybe didn't want to kill him. That would be that hesitation.
Wrong.
Because he knows somewhere in the back of his mind that Eggsy might have saved his life by shorting out the...
No, because remember, he messed around with his girlfriend, too. He wasn't happy about it. So
See,
he
but
You guys said love you,
also-
Chuck. He sends love your way.
yeah, that whole
but
scene, also the whole
also-
finger blasting scene. That was,
That was
Okay, so
disgusting.
let's talk
I
about
could
that.
That
not.
was hands
Hold on, no.
down.
I also
It's
want to agree
hilarious.
with Calvin. This is weird. I want to agree with Calvin on this as well. In the beginning, he had 4 SUVs following him just in case.
3.
So
3.
there's at least a driver. So there's at least 3 other men with
then
guns
one of them-
who are trying to kill him.
One of them got onto
So-
the mounted minigun on the back
Yes.
of one of
So
them. So there's 4.
There's at least 4. At least 4 men in those vehicles coming after him in case, what was it, Charlie? What was the dude's name?
Yeah,
Bionic
Charlie.
arm guy. So, in case Charlie did not succeed, they were going to kill Eggsy. That was the whole point.
Yeah.
Because there's,
Eggsy.
whatever.
Yeah.
There's 3 additional vehicles. So,
it was
if
not a
it-
mission to capture.
I'm saying I could see, again, I'm just saying. I'm not saying that's a reason. I'm just giving that out there.
the finger banging thing
okay.
was disgusting.
So, and this is sort of what sort of my whole
pretty
problem
funny.
is with
I
the
laughed.
film is
that scene.
I laughed. But
That
it was
scene
a little aggressive.
with the finger banging is A, the worst fucking scene in the entire movie, B, the worst concept in the entire movie, and C, the perfect encapsulation of that movie.
and this is where I agree with you. So with in a film where you okay, so this is sort of my whole thing here, is that the first film was about sort of growing up, and but always having that bit of street in you, that subversive
And then he
mentality.
gets called out on that street in
And-
this movie.
And then in the second film, the film itself is not grown up.
No.
But it's not subversive in any way either. Not in any intelligent way.
Right.
It's just gross. They kill off the female agent at the beginning. One thing that is a little cool was that instead of having disposable trophy lady at the end of the first film, she became part of his life. That is a subversive Bond thing, where he met the lady. She's actually a character in this film, but like there's one other, well, I guess 2 other women in this film. No 2 women are in the same scene at the same time, let alone talk to each other.
Yeah.
But there's the woman with the president that goes to the farm,
And then there's
or
the chick
whatever.
at the Glastonbury
and
Music Festival.
and Halle Berry.
And Halle Berry.
Not to
So,
sound like a
we're talking
prejudice
about-
thing or sex, but
What you got?
that doesn't really bother me.
So we're talking about
course it
Halle
doesn't.
Berry, Tildy,
I'm just saying it
Have you ever
and
heard of the Bechdel
Finger
test?
Bang Girl.
That's just not a factor to me.
That's
It's a
the
movie.
3 women we're talking
Not that
about.
big a deal.
Right? I'm just
It can be a big deal to people who don't feel represented in movies. It makes sense that it is not a big deal.
They
to
had
me.
2 females that were supposed to be high, looked at in very, promiscuous aspects, supposed to be attractive, shown half naked throughout the movie, and try to get sex appeal in the movie.
Tildy
So there's
and the
sex
Finger
appeal.
Bang Girl.
There is sex appeal all over those girls in the movie. There's just not. They had a female in it for the beginning, like you said, the actress. But I mean, it's not like they were going for a female lead actress in this movie. It was
no,
a
we're
male
not-
lead.
we're not saying-
they just had sex appeal,
No,
like
we're
in a
not-
Bond movie, like you said.
Right.
We're not arguing
saying
that.
make a female
We're
leader.
not-
We're saying to treat women not as disposable objects.
And
Which the
in
film
this
does
movie,
in
like
spades.
one of the 4 women that we have confirmed in this movie, one who has proven herself to be very effective both on the field and off, is immediately eliminated.
It's a
One of them is treated as a sex object since the first movie and
Tildy.
is the same
But that's his
damsel
girl-
in distress in both movies.
But that's his
So
girlfriend.
that's 2. That
Damsel
doesn't
in
mean that
distress.
she entirely. She has to be
This
useless.
isn't from an in-film story perspective. This is from the writer's perspective.
Yeah.
You can.
Tildy is the damsel in distress. Granted, she's a princess, but the fact that... So, ideally, when he's like, hey, I have to do this to save the world, she immediately breaks down. First of all, you know what he does for a living. Second of
You're
all,
talking about he's going to have to sleep with someone. Second of all, he didn't have to sleep with her.
He didn't.
He could have put it in her ear or her.
That's what I was
She
thinking.
he needed a live membrane.
Well,
in her
the
mouth. The only way that he could have put it in her mouth.
Yeah.
Phrasing.
Not even
Not in this
phrasing.
fucking movie.
Legitimately,
Not in this fucking
he
movie.
could have put it in her mouth.
So yeah.
I just...
So the thing about drug use I thought was kind of an interesting concept was the
That they didn't really touch on enough. Honestly, like, Julianne Moore was supposed to be the bad guy in this one because she's the one that rigged all the drugs to make everybody sick. Honestly, the bigger bad guy was the president who not only decided to let the drug users all die because he considered them to be sinners and criminals. Let's also point out the fact that he was getting all of his shit from Fox News.
yeah. I saw
But
that.
on top of that, when people reported in to like stadiums and shit so that they can get better, they can get the antidote,
They caged
instead
them.
literally caged them
Yeah.
and stacked them up like warehouse boxes.
And that thing, like I thought was like obviously that's a horrible thing, like in terms of the
Yes.
universe.
But it's
I liked
realistic.
I liked the message of that.
It's-
I thought that was interesting.
It was very
And
realistic.
Julian should have played that one up even more in my book.
But
that
I-
was the more heinous crime.
But I also agree with Shark.
Oh yeah,
They
the
didn't
pro-alcoholism
but,
thing was bad.
But they, like you said, they put it in heroin, they put it in cocaine, they put it in cannabis, they put it in oxy, they put it in all these
No, they
drugs.
didn't put it in-
Yes, they did. When it was listed, it was heroin, cocaine, cannabis, oxy.
Really?
Yes, it was the
I thought it was
fourth listed.
Well, the whole point was supposed to be that it was. It
was oxy.
But the whole point I thought was that it was supposed to be illegal drugs. That she was tainting illegal
those are
drugs.
still a
for
controlled
purpose.
substance.
And it's pharmaceutical. Cannabis is also pharmaceutical.
OxyClean. Yeah.
But
so-
but she claimed that alcohol's legal and smoking's legal and blah blah blah. Well,
Good points.
in the United States, at least, Colorado, especially during this movie,
Right. Yeah.
cannabis is legal in Colorado and maybe in other states as this
Colorado
is,
and Oregon?
as this movie progresses, more states are sort of being on the lenient side of cannabis. However,
Did you guys like? I'm gonna jump a little bit
Yeah.
here because I'm taking your point about like the drug thing. I liked, maybe wasn't very consistent or could have been more of a thing. Like those points were. Did you feel like the performances were good? Did you enjoy the? Because I can't remember what you said earlier. You may have mentioned the performance, or maybe that was you.
I thought the performance were okay. I thought Eggsy did a good job.
Yeah.
I thought he did. Merlin's job, I think he did okay.
Okay.
And I also thought that, what's his name, did okay.
Did it bother you at all that there wasn't really any sort of growth, or that to me
They
Eggsy's-
regressed.
yeah, as I'd say as a film it did, but I guess Eggsy's growth was supposed to be that he grew up and wanted to get married.
It seemed-
but did that seem shallow to you, or did you buy that? Did you say like, that is enough character progression to be satisfied? I haven't heard from Callum in a minute, so I want to get his perspective on that.
So in that perspective, I mean, it's supposed to show that he's matured, he's moved on, especially in like the way he thinks and does things, and that's how he's able to get the original Galahad back from his dementia, essentially, is by thinking back. How can I do this? How can I fix this? What did he show me in the past? Let me show this back, and so
So
to
to
your return
you,
favor,
you had enough character development to be happy with it.
not really.
No, okay,
No.
that was what.
But in some parts, maybe for Eggsy it was okay, but in other parts it was not.
It felt to me like Taron Egerton, who was Eggsy, like he had to fight against the writers of this movie in order to show Eggsy to be a person who is much further along the maturity scale than he was in the very beginning of the first movie. But it really did feel like all the setups that he was given kind of made him smash against the wall of, okay, you need to be a kid because this is going to be funny, not you need to be a kid because this is going to help with your character development here.
So then let me ask you this then: Did you feel like so to me the first film was maybe flawed, certainly flawed, but clever? Did you feel like that this film, Hello June, welcome, was Did you feel cleverness from this
Huh,
film? In
no.
any way?
What was worse was with this one was I felt attempts at cleverness. It was like they got a bunch of focus groups together and they all said, yeah, action scenes, yeah, toilet humor, yeah, dick jokes. And then there was that one voice, yeah, it was social commentary. And so they were like, I heard that!
In the back.
You, back there, social commentary.
Social commentary.
Thank you for paying attention to the social commentary. We're going to do it again. How do we mix these two? Well, we need to make the social commentary louder, and then it just fell flat.
I'm glad you're here, June. Even though you're late, you're totally fine. So okay, so you're saying like no, you saw them trying to be clever
Yes.
and failing. Did you get like that sort of similar vibe from what you enjoyed about the first one? Again, trying my best not to compare the two, but just
if I'm like, I mean, you can compare the two. It's fine because it's the same idea. You don't have to not try to because the first one was obviously a better movie. It was more. It was
long shot.
It was more better. It
It was Mo Bena.
was Mo better.
It was Mo Bena, yeah. But even so, like you are, I think, you and Lauren are the ones here that are pro film. What, just real basic, would you recommend it to someone wanting to go see an action flick?
I really did like it. Like
Okay.
again,
And you are welcome to.
again,
We're
like
not trying to convince
I'm not.
you not
no,
to. And
it's just.
likewise with
But,
me. I'm not
but
trying
you
to
both. But you both have made some serious accusations, and they're not accusations. Some serious.
Look, when this movie...
We will take this to Supreme Court.
Hold on. I'm saying that because you've both seen the first one, you obviously like the first one better. And for this to be a sequel, it did not meet your expectations. Correct?
No, even taken on its own merits, I hated this movie.
But you can't personally say that because
Yeah,
you're still
I can.
no,
She doesn't believe that you can separate the second
because
one
you're
from the
still
first one.
comparing it to the first one.
She thinks no matter what you try, right? No matter what you try to separate, you will always
'Cause
be
you've said-
affected by
Okay.
your
The
experience.
only reason I say that is because
Because I've
compared
actually
it-
seen the movie a couple of times.
Well, no, it's not even that. When you're talking about how you feel like the actor himself had to fight the directors because of his emotional state, because of everything that happened in the first one.
That point is but
That's like comparing though. What you're saying is that you start off with watching Iron Man 3 compared to Iron Man 1.
Iron Man 3 is way better than Iron Man 1.
but you only know that because you've seen both movies.
I haven't seen the third one.
Trying
so
to
I don't
take
know.
I see
Iron
what
Man
you're
3
saying.
and
Thank
Iron
you.
Man 1
Thank you,
in
Chuck.
their own.
Oh yeah. And this is what I say usually when I ask someone, "What did you think of the movie?" And they say it was better than the first one, or it wasn't as good as the first one, or the book was better. My reaction is always, "Okay, that's not useless information, but that didn't answer my fucking question."
Yeah,
Right.
it's like if you haven't
Was
read the book,
movie
Did you?
if you haven't
well,
seen the first
or
one,
did you
it's-
enjoy?
Would
it's-
you say-
it didn't do what it was supposed? The film itself was supposed to do. Were you entertained by that motion picture?
No.
I was.
Okay.
I thought it was great. I
there were
expected
parts of
the
it I
action.
enjoyed, yes.
Yes, there are aspects of it that I enjoyed.
Yes.
The fight scenes were cool. Almost none of the dialogue I liked. There was nothing that was really clever stuck out. Whitney made a point in the parking lot video. She says, "Not all Southerners
No.
are like that."
No, we're not. I
But-
swear
Hold
to God,
on,
we're
hold
not.
on.
but-
It's also
but-
Kentucky. You'll
It
need
is
to
Kentucky.
realize
It is
this.
not Texas.
It's not
But-
Texas.
But here's the thing.
You're
In an international
Sandra.
audience.
But-
I mean,
but-
shit, for most of the American audience.
Right, but this is this is the kind of thing.
You can't lump us in with these fucking Martians.
This is
They
the
didn't.
kind of thing, though, that I can. And, you were talking earlier, like it's just a movie, and
Just a movie.
and I don't agree with you on that point. But in terms of this kind of movie, having the representation of that American sort of Southern, the statesman, because they're not really supposed to be representative of Southern people. They're representative of the crazy distillers that
Yeah.
have become secret agents, right?
Now-
The anti-prohibitionist, like
The moonshiners.
the crazy moonshiners, right? So it's a comic booky, exaggerated version of that.
Yes.
So they all sounded like they were faking shitty accents, but
I also want to point out something as well.
Jeff Bridges.
on a-
Jeff Bridges
Oh.
channeling his True Grit again.
On an interesting
I actually
side
didn't
note,
enjoy that.
is
I love Jed Bridges. I just
So,
didn't enjoy the character.
they do they're a whiskey distillery,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
They're doing now what is known to be made in England.
Scotch.
That's Scotland.
That's Scotland,
Although they make Scotch in England.
and
I'm
it's
sure,
whiskey
but-
without an E. So, now, what is made in England? I need to say again.
What
is it known for?
Blood pudding.
Gin.
Spotted
Is
dick.
it really?
That's why they keep drinking martinis.
Now, why? My question though, it's just a side note.
Yeah.
When they go to open, near the end of the movie, and we bought a place to do our liquor. You now can have. Got you a Scotch distillery. The fuck didn't they do gin? Why didn't they stick with traditional England? Why didn't they have traditional England instead of going to Scotland?
I was about to say, he also did say, we bought you a distillery in Scotland. So now the Kingsman and the Statesman are forever brothers.
Okay.
They did specify Scotland, but I agree with you. They should have done a gin something.
Speaking, Game Guy asked about Chafing Taint, also known as Channing Tatum. Now
It's Channing Taint Young.
Shitty accent or not, I really like Channing Tatum.
I do too. I
And
think
I thought his accent was better than Whiskey's.
But
Theory.
he was in the film for 6 minutes, and I was based on. There's a scene in the trailer that's not in the film where Eggsy goes, "Well, that's awfully American," and he goes, "Hey, yeah, it is." Not in the film. Like
that's what trailers are there for.
Channing Tatum
To lie to you.
to lie to you.
Yeah.
We were talking the other day about the negotiator lying to us.
Yeah.
Well, here was a theory, because Peter said it, and I actually thought about it, because Channing Tatum's actually from Louisiana. So he's going to have some of that.
He's got that twang.
He's going to have some of that Cajun accent, if not a country, southern type accent. So that accent may actually be his home roots.
And Caldane fact checks that Scotch is heavily imported alcohol to England, so it's not a terribly weird gesture.
I know I know it is, but I'm just saying that gin would have been like in
You
all the
feel like
gin
here's-
drinkings and all.
But you do bring up a good point. He goes to that bar, and
talks about the martini, like a Kentucky martini, basically.
right, like this is what counts as a martini here. There's no explanation, or like you don't see any gin anywhere. And then when they're on the Statesman's plane, flying out,
You'll be okay.
It's a gin martini.
pours a gin martini.
Jaeger.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just saying. It's just a.
Why
it's
did
Okay,
you do
I
Scotch?
have a thing. I have a thing that pissed me off. Okay, so we've. First of all, bright spot in the film: Elton John.
No.
Oh my
Yes.
God, yes!
Brilliant cameo.
It was
Brilliant.
wonderful!
No, that was hilarious.
Oh my
No,
God.
Elton John. Tell me.
Are you kidding me?
As
Elton John
quickly
doing
as
a
you
dragon
can.
kick?
As
Get out
quickly
of
as you
here.
can. Tell me why no Elton John.
For starters, Elton John was basically me in that movie, begging so much to get out because he felt trapped. And secondly, like that dragon kick at the end, like everything he did, he mugged for the camera, and I was not okay with that. The one part of Elton John that I was okay with was at the end when he basically got to flirt with Colin Firth for a little bit.
I really liked that.
Sweetheart, you saved the world. I'll give you back.
But that is a cool.
See, that is the part of the Kingsman
I
1
loved it.
type stuff that I liked. Was the like how
I felt like that
so
was
in the
supposed
like-
to be more.
like the funny odd jokes in it.
Yeah.
Like Elton John in there, great. I
That-
thought that was a great.
I
addition.
was in for
If he was in
Every
like
scene-
2 scenes tops,
No,
it
every
would have been better.
every scene with Elton John, I was happy about.
Absolutely.
Every
the
scene.
thing
I
that the
agree.
reason that they used him like as not
was
just
comic relief.
as not just as comic relief and not just as like an in distress, like a celebrity to save or whatever, but he like saves Colin Firth in the most like Sam Bourgeois funny ass way possible.
You can't
where
hurt
he leans
me!
his face and
You
he
can't
smiles.
hurt me!
And that was just so funny. Okay, here's the thing that really pissed me off real quick. They're getting ready to go to the final attack, by the way. And Julianne Moore, I think, did a great job. I actually think she did, like, neat. And here's the thing. If they had used her and that 50s obsession to, again, subvert those tropes, then that would have been an interesting film, but they didn't. They didn't. Anyway. They're getting ready to go on the last mission, right? You remember they open the thing, and Merlin's like, "I'm entrusting this to me," you know. Mm-hmm. But before that, what does he give Harry?
He gives him the syringe.
No, he gives
No,
that to Eggsy.
Eggsy.
What's he give to Harry? You remember?
No.
The umbrella?
It's a baseball bat.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
He used it.
Yeah.
Do you remember Do you remember what the baseball bat is supposed to do?
It's supposed to detect minds.
You know what the baseball bat didn't fucking do?
Detect
For the
fucking
record,
minds.
They-
Yeah.
Because
were
I
using
saw
it,
that.
though. No,
they
used it.
here's the thing.
You just didn't
They
know.
did.
They
They
used
used it. But here's the thing. It works like a metal detector. You have to be right on top of it to detect it, and you can see
Right.
Eggsy steps on it,
Right,
and the
this is-
baseball bat's over here.
This is what I'm saying, though. If you write mind detector into the film in the only scene where minds exist that the characters, I guess, somehow are supposed to magically assume. They didn't take mind detectors with them anywhere else in the fucking film.
Nope.
They're like, we're going somewhere. Mind detector, randomly. Why not? And I'm like, okay, well. And so it's not like they use that as a moment of weakness for Harry or of like, oh my God, is he still here? Because there is that thing with Harry that you're doing of, is he all there? Is he maybe actually the bad guy? And so that is not a moment that they do, though. It's like, we're going to take a mind detector. Fuck, we stepped on a mine, shit. And
It's like anti-Chekhov's gun.
It is. And it was just like, why? Just give him a baseball bat and be like, hey, you might need this. And then you can whack that cool baseball grenade in there and do whatever the fuck he wants. So, anyway.
I just want to do one part of the film I hated was Shark mentioned it earlier. And when we kind of mentioned the different women in the film, Tilde is a princess, first of all.
Yes.
She's in England. Congrats.
Sweden.
Sweden,
yeah.
but she's a Swedish princess, but she lives in England with Eggsy, correct?
Right, okay.
Okay, so she's in England.
Till their house was blown
She's a prince. Well, right, but she's a princess. So,
Also, movie killed the dog.
Yep.
oh fucking A.
Anyway.
So, for him to be like, hey, I need to sleep with this girl to save the world, and then her to be like, well, I don't feel comfortable,
Stereotypical
and
shaggy
then
girlfriend.
him to be like, well, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Is that a proposal? Is that a proposal? That's not something girls will do.
Well, that's what I was
Like-
when I was reading a write up of it. I was like, Matthew Vaughn apparently thinks that all women are like this. They're either insane naggy girlfriends or sex objects, and so
It was shitty.
yeah,
Like,
I
she's
agree
a
with you.
fucking princess. No offense
Right.
to Eggsy. Like, Eggsy's hot. He can save the world. Whatever. But, like, she's a fucking
Got a hell of a
princess.
singing voice too.
Is he in a musical?
He was in Sing. He was the gorilla.
So that doesn't help. So,
yeah, I get you.
But,
So-
like, to further that, propose to me or we're over? No, fuck that. I can understand her.
It didn't ring true from the character's perspective, even from her character's
Yeah,
perspective.
like,
But
that was
he
some
was trying to-
shit.
He was trying to pull a James Bond line. You know, just tell the woman, like, you know, like, have you seen James? Like,
I did,
But
but I did enjoy
I-
the beginning of that scene where he calls her. I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, that's a subversive Bond moment.
Yeah.
That they then shit all over.
Oh yes.
So
I think that about sums it up right there. Like all of these good moments, and they set him up, and then they shit all over him.
So, the second to last thing, I'm going to try and wrap this up as quick as we can.
You have the stunt
We get fired
glass.
up. This is the stunt glass.
Give me
guys.
that.
This is we do a toast near the end of every podcast. So I want you guys to say one thing you liked about the film, something you didn't like about the film, and then overall, would you recommend it? And then, so we'll start with Cal.
movie, I did like some of the action scenes towards it, so they were fun. They were campy, but they were fun. I disliked some of the storyline, essentially. I didn't think it was really good choices for the storyline. And if you want to watch a kind of a campy action movie and be slightly disappointed in the end, go watch it.
Slightly disappointed.
I enjoyed a couple of action scenes. June says you're campy. And yeah, this shirt is from the Game Guy collection, by the way. It's
Thanks.
from GG.
Thanks,
Love you,
June.
GG. But there were a couple of neat action sequence set pieces, and I pretty much loathed almost everything else. So that's my... And that's coming down from yesterday when I came out feeling medium about it. I have revised. Lauren? Something nice, something bad?
I feel like if you don't take it seriously, it is campy, but for me, it was the right amount.
The right amount of camp.
I feel like it was a comical movie. I felt like there was action in it, and I feel like...
Would you go see it again?
Yeah.
Would you go see it again?
Probably not.
Chuck?
Good and bad, not bad, bad.
If I know you can pull one positive thing from it.
The good part about this movie was that it ended. Sorry.
You had Not
You went to
even
see it with
1%
Crystal.
I went to go see it with Crystal, but we're not talking about date night. We're talking
Yes, June, we shall.
We're talking about the movie. And when we're talking about the movie, this is how much we hated it.
I got to see it with my friends.
The
and it
ride-
was fun.
We did do it. We had a fun friend.
The ride home was in silence, and we had to go watch the live-action Beauty and the Beast in order to remind us that movies
Oh.
were not actively trying to hurt us.
Oh, with that?
With that?
Yes, with that.
What type of lives
Oh.
do people lead?
No.
God, I feel I need
I'm
to
sorry.
sorry.
I think
Right now,
wait.
Can I-
What?
fuck, I need
Explain.
to drink.
Quick explain.
No. I'll
That's-
call my system after that statement.
No. To the review, to the discussion.
To Chuck making me drink. God.
God.
Here.
And we got. Oh no! Cal, you like Jaeger?
To the destruction of brain cells that will
I had
hopefully
mine.
erase the
You
memory
live
of
here.
this
I
movie
can't
from
do
my
it.
mind.
I can't do it. Ugh.
Sorry.
want
I
the other-
I
the second
cannot. I cannot do Jaeger. I'm sorry.
If you guys want our actual Gutter Nerds glass to do the toast with us at the end of the podcast,
They'll be clean.
go to facebook.com/Gutter Nerds. It's in the store for $15. And that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like right out of the box.
Extra
Clean.
dirty.
It's not fucking dirty.
Right out of the box.
It looks so dirty.
Every time, guys. Every time. You do a really good job of selling the glasses, guys.
We'll give you our. We'll sell you
Okay,
a,
sorry,
a,
ready?
A
Ready?
used glass.
Is that better?
Oh my goodness. Would you like to choose? Okay. This is the Gutter Nerds fan can. At the end of every night, we choose a basically an Ask Me Anything. It comes from Twitter and from events. So, if you want to add something to the fan can, tweet us at
wanna
Gutter Nerds
hold
using
it.
hashtag fan can. Ask
I'll
us
let
any
you pick. I want
question.
to hold it.
And if it's something that's good.
Stop.
If it's some
Stop.
sort of awful,
You know, they're like this. They're
If
not
it's-
even like
if
folded.
it's garbage, pre-screen it because I don't pre-screen them.
Hello, Lotzer.
Is it blank?
Well, that's why you have to pick one that's not blank. Here, just take this one. Read it out loud.
Okay. Would you consider
No.
piercing something on the stream?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No,
I
I
would not
wouldn't. I
consider
couldn't.
piercing anything at any time
Yeah.
ever.
No, I don't want to get. I don't want to get.
Print up on the
I don't
stream
want to
too.
get
Hey.
shit. Hey,
No,
Lutzer!
TOS violation.
Hello, Lutzer. You want to pierce
no,
my nipple on the stream?
No.
I said,
See-
I said
Prince Albert.
Oh, Prince Albert.
But here's the
Prince Albert on
thing.
stream, do it,
Just
Steve-O.
because we do it on the stream doesn't mean it has to be like zoomed in when it's pierced.
Oh, we don't have to show it. That's true.
Yeah.
That's
It
true.
can
We
be
don't
on
have
this.
to have a camera.
Like, I can be piercing his butt and
What
it'd
would
be
you?
over here.
What would you be piercing his butt? What would you pierce?
Get a colon piercing.
You said you would. What would you pierce?
We've had this discussion off the air.
Okay.
I'm
What about you, Cal? Would you pierce something on stream?
no. I don't need anything pierced.
Okay.
I'm good.
I think Chuck is writing out a visual answer.
Did you get-
Or
I'm kind of worried about it.
Chuck, would you get your nips pierced?
No.
Never.
Why not?
For starters, my nips are probably the most sensitive part of my body.
What is he doing?
And secondly, as much as I can tolerate pain, that doesn't mean I like it. And third, I'm just not a fan of piercings in general.
What'd you do?
I wrote something on the blank piece of paper
For the fan can, probably.
for the fan can.
Oh.
Y'all are special. I got you, Chuck.
Well, he's like against the camera writing it.
Man, guys, thanks for hanging out. Don't forget that it's still September. So if you were going to subscribe to us for the first time,
This is the last week,
It is-
guys. October 1st is next Monday.
I think the September goes through the 6th.
Ooh.
So I think there's like a bonus week there in October. But now's the time to subscribe if you want to. It's half off. $2.50 if you want to do the cheaper one.
Do you like June, Chuck, by the way?
You need to say.
Yeah, she asked if you like her.
I do like you.
Yeah.
But the thing is, she
100%.
asks me, "Don't you like me, Chuck?" Like I'm doing something that hurts her, and I bet you the thing that
I
hurts
think
her is my
not seeing your
my
nipples pierced.
entire aversion to piercing on my
I
body.
see. And so you said no piercing.
Only if Chuck got a piercing.
Can I ask a
You
weird
would get a piercing
question?
if Chuck got a
You would-
piercing.
you
Hold
would
on.
never do it.
Hold on.
It would
Hold
never
on.
happen.
So if we're not doing piercings, since you guys have body hair, would you have your body live waxed on the
No.
stream?
Yes.
Legs,
You have
yeah.
little to no
Legs,
hair,
yeah.
Steven.
But
No.
there's nothing to do here.
Yeah.
this
Like-
is 13-year-old's chest right here. There's just nothing there. Nothing doing.
There's no way in hell I would let you wax me.
You would rather get a piercing than get waxed,
Yep.
even though the hair will grow back?
No, I completely agree with Calvin.
You're an
I
interesting,
completely agree
you're
with
an
Calvin.
interesting man.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's look, June, there's nothing.
Our host is powder.
He has eyebrows, you just can't see them.
Gosh, I feel like there's something else
Like
I should be saying, but
Steven,
I don't
I
remember.
don't understand. So you're telling me you would rather get waxed than get a piercing?
Yeah.
That's so much more painful.
Yeah.
Like a piercing, just you're done. But like
Hot
you
like
have
a
to do
condom.
like
Rip.
like it's not just like quick and painless. Like it's a strip. I'm a hairstylist, and I know.
My 4 hairs will. First of all,
No.
it's not ripping anything out. It's just gonna be like warm wax.
It would be your
No.
leg
No,
hair.
it didn't.
No.
No. It would be.
No, that didn't feel good.
Yeah, okay.
That doesn't feel good. But I was still I may change my mind once it's
I
happened.
would rather
Oh,
get
yeah,
two
we're
piercings.
right now-
We're
I
waxing,
would
we're
rather
waxing
not wax.
Steve-O.
I might
We're
need
waxing
to,
Steve.
I think I might. No. We're gonna wax me. We're gonna wax my back.
That's
That's probably a good. Yeah, I get down for
you're
that.
gonna yelp like a yak in the background.
Maybe I will. Maybe I won't.
I just want to let you know, here
Mm-hmm.
is going to burn like a sunburn, the worst you've ever had.
Okay.
Just letting you know.
Okay.
Guys, thanks for hanging out and watching. Everybody that came by into the stream and said hello, we appreciate and love you. Please join us for our streams during the week. We have our next stream coming up on Tuesday. It's Wildlands. Thursday is Destiny 2. And on Saturday we have
Chuck and
Chuck and
Steve-O
Steve-O in the morning. So,
And start the new hashtag Watch and Wax for Steve-O and Chuck.
No.
Hashtag Watch and Wax. We're getting it done.
my name is Steven.
Calvin.
Lauren.
Chuck.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.